What's up, YouTube? It's Bigeez Comics, and this is my second video of the new year. I got a well, actually, first and foremost, I want to say thanks for everybody who participated in my Secret Santa this year. Got a lot of nice videos up. Everybody showcasing all the cool stuff that they got from their Secret Santa. Couple of guys out there who haven't gotten a chance to make videos yet, but hopefully you guys get those up soon. I got a playlist, which I'll link in the description below for you guys to check out, and I'm gonna shout everybody out in the description as well who took place in the Secret Santa. So again, thanks for everybody who did that. This video is going to be dedicated to my next CBCS submission. My next CBCS submission is actually going to be a bunch of comic books that I got personalized and sketched. So in honor of that, my background, I got some sketch covers going. On the far left, I have my my Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Adventures #1, and it has that Batman the Animated Series style of drawing, and that's done by Mick Gray. I wish I would have angled this camera better and you guys could see. I'll do it just a little bit. That bad boy has a 9.6 on it. I got my Champions #1, which was done by Ron Wilson. That bad boy got a 9.8 on it. My favorite, even though it's the lowest grade, my favorite there is that Death of X, which is kind of like an old man Logan, which was done by Joe Rubenstein. That one got an 8.5. And I don't have too many other sketches. I got some coming soon. And I got these ones that I'm about to show you guys that I'm getting ready to submit to CBCS to get slapped. But that's my sketch variant, which lucky enough to get a 9.8 on that. And that was done, of course, by J. Scott Campbell. It's not original art, but, still a sketch variant. So wanted to show off some sketches in the background while I show off my new sketches that I'm going to get ready to submit to CBCS. So first one that I got here, actually the first two that I have here, were done by Brandon McKinney. And first I have a Justice League of America. This is #11, blank sketch. And he did a Raven for me there. And actually this is honestly, this one is I got done from my daughter, my youngest daughter. And I got Raven because she is an evil little broad. So I wanted to get a Raven done for her. So I'm going to be sending that off to CBCS, hopefully get a good grade on it. Next, I have Trinity War, Justice League of America #7, also done by Brian McKinney. And this is a Wonder Woman, also done in that DC superhero girls style. He actually is working on, not the comics, but he's been an artist on the movies. And, it's not anything that I really personally follow, but I just found it a good way to get my girls into comics, and they really seem to enjoy it. They like it. They like the show. They like the movies. They like the books. It's kind of cartoony style. And, that's what got me into the comics, too, when I was younger, was those cartoons that they put out when we were young. And then that got me into reading the books. And, none of my kids have any problem with the comics. They love them. It's just, I just found it's another way to get them into it. And the girls like the fact that that show, that DC superhero girls show, is it's focused on girls. It's focused on women. It's focused on the females. And they can relate better to that. And it's cool. I'll sit there and I'll watch it with them. And there's been some pretty cool stuff. So I decided to have him draw those, especially seeing that he had worked on the movies. So I'm pretty happy with what he did. And to be honest, he gave us, and I hope I'm not blowing up his spot. So if you're watching this for some reason, Mr. McKinney, I wanted to say, give you a big thanks, a big shout out. Thank you again very much, because you gave us a hell of a deal, being that it was for my kids. And I promise you, that's who they're for. They're going to keep them. It ain't for me. All right. Next, I have a Star Wars Darth Vader annual. It's #1, blank sketch variant. And I actually we got to meet, these were all done, by the way, at Sacramento Comic-Con late in the year last year, in 2017. And Howard Chaykin did a Darth Vader for me. Actually, not even for me. That he did that for my wife. And Howard Chaykin, if you guys don't know, he's done a ton of stuff, but most notably, he was the cover artist for Star Wars #1, the very first Star Wars comic, he did that cover. And we got to meet him. He signed that Star Wars book of my wife's. We got it sent out to CGC. Came back a low grade, but hey, low grade is better than no grade, right? So we also got him to do this sketch. He was nice enough to do it. Kind of a different style. It almost like, I don't know, for some reason it reminds me like of like of like old school Japanese texts, like the way they used to draw. I don't know. There's some kind of a that influence in there for me for some reason. Let me know what you guys think. This is one of the last things I'm gonna get done by Arthur Sudam. He's, you know, the Marvel Zombie guy. He's done a ton of Marvel Zombie covers. I had him do this Age of Ultron versus Marvel Zombies, and he did a kind of like a zombified Wolverine. You could see his teeth. You can see the skeleton there on the bottom. He's got a really interesting way of drawing. Him and another one of my favorite artists, Bill Sinkovich. You know, they got this gritty, like messy. It's like I like to call it like controlled chaos. Like there's so many lines going on, but it's like a mist. It's like a fog. There's like a darkness to it, but yet the image is like ridiculously clear. Like you can tell that's Wolverine. That's a zombified Wolverine, but it's dark. It's messy. It's chaotic, and I don't know. I've always loved it. He did it, and he chose to do it for some reason in gold, and I really like the way it came out. I'm happy with it, so I'm going to be sending that off next. This is a book that I've shown before, but it's going to be part of that submission. Big, huge shout out to my homie, the homeboy from New York, the New York Warrior. You could see his logo right there in the background. That's right, Eddie the Comic Guy. So I got my Wonder Woman number 19 with the main man logo right on the front. And I've shown this book before, but again, I really love this book, and it's going to be going off to go get graded and slabbed. And it's funny, it's hilarious. I gave Eddie a loose idea of what I wanted. I wanted to make sure Lobo's hook was in there, and it's a Wonder Woman cover, so he did a wraparound for me. But before I spoil that surprise, if you guys haven't seen it, it's hilarious that this is a Wonder Woman cover, and Lobo is saying, so bondage, huh? Because, you know, we all know Wonder Woman has all those bondage covers. And in the back, he did a beautiful Wonder Woman there. I love how she's like kind of glowing. She has like an orange glow or aura around her. And she says, bite me, fanboy, which is his famous line. And she's got him tied up, of course, in the lasso of truth. So it's kind of just, you know, they're kind of reversing roles. Instead of her being bondage on the front, it's him. And then she's going off and saying his famous catchphrase. And he's one of my favorite DC characters overall. So I'm really pumped to get this turned into CBCS. And we'll see how long it takes them to get back to me. But, you know, whatever. We'll see. That's neither here nor there. I'm going to show off the Wonder Woman side because she looks dope. And finally, this is why the video is titled the way it is. Because Eddie, my friend, is the best there is at what he does. And what he does is actually pretty nice. Savage Wolverine, #1, cover swiping, the original Wolverine, #1. You know, obviously he's sitting there in that same pose. He's got that same grin and his claws are up. Except that this guy, he's in his uniform. He's in his trademark outfit. And Wolverine #1, you know, he's not. But, you know, I'm really pumped. I just got this one off Eddie as well. And, yeah, you guys, I mean, it's just a great drawing. And I can't wait to go get it slabbed and have it come back to me. So that's it. Quick little video. Just, I mean, not too many books. Mostly a bunch of thank yous and letting you guys see what I'm going to be sending out. Wish me luck on the grades. And, oh, quick updates. I'm organizing my books. I'm trying to figure out a prize. I owe you guys a contest. I'm like at 280 something now. I meant to do it at 200. I meant to do it at 250. I just need to find some prizes. Once I get my stuff together, I was going to curse, but I didn't. Once I get my stuff together and I figure out some prizes for you guys, I will be putting out a contest. So you guys be on the lookout for that. I got a huge CBCS order that should be in like today or tomorrow. and that's gonna have a ton of books that I submitted at San Francisco Comic Con. After that, I'll have my regrades, or not my regrades, but my reslabs from CGC with my holy grails that I sent off to CGC to finally get slabbed. I'm hella pumped. I couldn't even hold it in. I'm hella pumped. Probably within the next few days. And then I'm expecting another piece of my huge CBCS submission to come back. So you guys should be expecting quite a few videos coming out from me pretty soon. With that being said, I'm going to cut it short. I rambled a lot on this video. It was only 6 books, but I had to give out the shout outs. I had to say thank you to everybody who participated in the Secret Santa. I had to give a shout out to my boy Eddie the Comic Guy, the best there is at what he does, and what he does is pretty nice. So that's it, you guys. You already know what it is. It's Bigeez Comics. Until I see you next time, keep stacking hella comics.